Hello, Professor. Today I'm going to talk about the movie Frequency. Its director was Gregory Hoblit, and the film was released in the 2000 year. Some of the movie features are the country was the United States, and the original language was, of course, English. The film lasted 2 hours, and the main actors were Dennis Quaid, who is also known for playing the father of the twins in the iconic movie The Parent Trap, and Jim Caviezel, who played the role of Jesus in The Passion of the Christ. This is a science fiction, fantasy, and action movie. Well, let's start with the story. This movie it's about a father named Frank, who is a fireman, and his son John, who is a homicide detective. Well, one night during an unusual polar aurora activity, John fixed his father's old radio and found that he can communicate with him but 30 years ago in the past. Because of that, John realized that he could save his father from dying in a fire accident that happened a few days later of the moment in the past. At first, Frank didn't believe him, of course. He thought it was just a joke. But the day of the accident, Frank remembered what John told him and decided to listen to him. And because of that, he survived. Well, so that way the future changed. But something bad happened because the past also changed. And a murderer who was supposed to die due to a medical mistakes is now alive. And not only that, but he also killed more women than in the first past, and one of them is John's mother. That's why John and Frank decided to make a plan to save those women and catch the culprit. At some point, Frank found and fought with the murdered, but unfortunately he escaped. But he came back to try to kill them both, Frank in the past and at the same time, John in the future. Well, Frank shot him at the hand, and thanks to that, he couldn't kill anymore. And they saved John's mother and the other victims. And meanwhile, in the future, Frank appeared because he knew what's going to happen. And well, he saved John by shooting the murdered and finally killing him. Okay, well, my opinion of the movie. I really like this movie because I think it's really interesting, it's suspenseful and keeps you on the expectation, of the expectation of how the little things they do will change the future. And my favorite character is the father Frank because I think he's really brave in risking his life to save the woman's, and also brilliant in catching the culprit. Yes, so that's everything about my favorite movie. Thanks for watching and see you. Goodbye, Professor.